Hi, welcome back to Real Talk with INCODA. I'm your host, India Wilson. Today, our guest is Farhan Khan. Farhan is a highly skilled executive in the financial world, as well as an actor, model, influencer, photographer, singer, writer, director, fashion stylist, TV presenter, radio presenter with multiple university degrees and honors. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. Just having a day off and just try to sort out things which I had pending for a while.
Okay, so tell us, what has been your most satisfying moment in life?
Those could be so many of them, to be honest. It depends upon the situation you are in. Like sometimes you are studying in your primary class and you answer a question and other people don't, and you feel satisfied. So either my university degree or the graduation or passing my school, whenever I felt proud, my family appreciated, and that's the thing. I remember so many of those things, so I can't just specifically say one.
So what within the same question frame, what inspires you, to give you that feeling of, wow, that was a great moment?
I would still believe in like the times when I passed my graduation, for example, or my master's, because that's where I believe. See, in different aspects of life, every direction has an ending. So reaching to the level where normally people believe the education is over now, that makes me satisfied. That, okay, fine, I'm done with this thing. So when you complete a master's, then you believe, okay, fine, that's the highest qualification normally a person achieves in general. So yeah, that was the best thing ever.
Okay. What is your greatest fear and how do you manage the challenges of everyday life in these times of the ever-changing COVID virus and mandates?
When you talk about fear, I don't think I fear anything other than God, because I personally believe in one thing, that at one day, whatever we are doing, we have to answer for that. Practically,
Yes.
we don't observe it, and we just keep doing the insane things in general. But that's the only fear I have. And as far as the COVID is concerned, I don't think it's scary for me at all. I actually was not taking it that serious for my life. But yes, following the parameters, for example, wearing mask or anything, this is fine. But beside that, thinking about that, okay, it's gonna kill somebody or kill me or something, that's not the fear I already, anyways, I never had it. So I rather utilize that time of this COVID in order to better my own personality, my well-being. So what I did is I had a lot of time to think about, since I was home most of the time. So I started working on my personal websites for me to stay in touch with the clients, with the other showbiz people, media personalities. So that's still being worked. My company websites, I started 2 companies during this time, and yeah, so I kind of like focus on my business, which was mostly focusing online, and that works for me because I knew the fact that we can no longer go outside and meet people and sort things out. So everything is getting digitalized. So I just found it as an opportunity. So to be honest, I would say be positive. COVID has been giving me opportunities. COVID itself is an opportunity to me.
Yes, because by staying positive and like you say, you've been involved in all your different activities, knowledge, wisdom, and being like aware and mindful, that can overtake and wipe out whatever fear that, this epidemic, pandemic, or situation has brought to our world, society. So yes, definitely stay involved and keep doing the different, activities that keep you on a positive road, because that will wipe out all the self thinking, and that's what, creates that fear in some people when they overthink things. What advice would you give young people who want to venture into modeling while also pursuing other entrepreneurial goals?
Well, it's fortunately it's no longer the time when people used to literally die for being a model, and they were looking for the opportunities here and there and being fooled by different agencies, giving them money and doing lots of crap which they were not meant to do. Uh, this is the time of information technology. The world is changing. It's a new era where you have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have TikToks, and God knows how many applications, and people are supporting you. Applications are supporting you. So you have your own way of launching yourself if nobody supports you. So right now, the media is the tool that is in your hand. It never used to be before. There used to be TV channels. You need to contact people, and they were refusing you. They were taking advantage of you. Sometimes some people had to even sleep with the directors and producers and things. That's not the time. Everything is in your hand and within your mobile device. All you need to do is work on yourself, work on your personality. And when I'm talking about working on a personality, you need to look like a model, and it's not about just being beautiful. It's something else.
Yes,
Because to be honest,
definitely.
yeah, exactly. If I be fair for myself, if beauty was the thing required in order to be a model, I possibly would never be a model. So it's just a fair line. So you need to work on yourself. Your main thing which you can sell in the market is your face, your facial features, for example, your hair quality. And everybody has a good thing and a bad thing. So whatever is your good thing, you need to turn it into your best thing. And whatever is the bad thing, you need to hide it. Like, see, you are in the industry. If I'm a model and I know my left side of the face, for example, is not looking better than the right side of my face, so I would rather try to focus on my right side. Whenever I
Yes.
face the camera, I will make sure that my right side is more exposed. So this is just a basic hint for anybody. Look after yourself, live a healthy lifestyle, and make sure you don't end up paying people for doing these things. You need to find out what's best in you, and you need to make sure that in your own circle, you're recognized by a gem, like a gem. People know you, they love your personality. That will tell you that what people are liking at the moment. And you need to handle their criticism as well. And you need to learn from their criticism instead of attacking them back or something like that. This will give you a hint. You need to chisel your personality. Their criticism will chisel you. Then, if you think about, okay, fine, I think I am capable of doing these things, find a stylist, invest on yourself, get the right style. And even with the media, you can just Google and see what trends actually are, what brands actually are looking for, and you need to style yourself in accordance to what they need, and they might get back to you. So if you are, for example, a person with 1 million, not million, 100,000 followers on Instagram, I believe maybe Gucci, Prada, big brands like that will not contact you, but brands a little bit lower than that will be still happy because you have 100,000 followers. So if you are wearing their brand, they might be happy to get it promoted to 100,000 followers, which is a potential sale for them. So they will
Yes.
pay you. And nowadays the world has changed. Is influencers, bloggers, in shape of these digital marketers, they are earning a lot more than a model can even dream or desire. Their life is different. They're living like celebrities, and they are having a very premium lifestyle. And they started from the scratch, like maybe me or anybody else. So
Yes, it's almost like financially they're surpassing a lot of
exactly.
your earlier entertainers and actors and actresses that are kind of struggling now. So being able to be an influencer, but like you said, you have to have that self-awareness of yourself and that surrounding and that group of people around you to help you know what your capabilities
Yeah,
are.
because you see, if you think about, yeah, it's not about looking into the mirror and think about, oh my god, I'm looking so beautiful, taking 200 selfies and think about you're a star. It's not like that. It's not about just the mirror, it's not about just the beauty. Some models, actually many of the models are not beautiful at all. It's not about beauty, it's about something they are fitting into. If I'm looking for a person 70 years old, that 70 years old person is a model to me. Just because he's 70
Exactly.
doesn't need to think about that he can't model. Everybody is a model for something specific. If you're thinking about walking on the ramp, on the catwalk, and you are not 6 feet tall, which is a requirement nowadays, then you should understand that this is not for you, because God did reward you with that tall height, but he may have rewarded you with something else. Maybe your face is a lot
Exactly.
more beautiful than him. So you need to work on yourself and look for the trend. Keep yourself in touch. Keep yourself aware of what's happening, what's desired, what's preferred, what colors are in, what colors are out, what hairstyle suits you. In general life, we are all just human beings, no matter how supermodel we are. You are talking to me right now, and I haven't even shaved my face for 2, 3 weeks. It's our lifestyle. But lifestyle does not mean you have to stay dirty. Look after yourself, go to gym regularly, have a healthy diet, and in the first place, you need to look at yourself and love yourself. It's all about the law of attraction. When you are not even attracted to your own self, how come others would be attracted to you?
Yes, definitely. Great words of wisdom and wisely spoken. By the way, I love the scene around you that's like so peaceful.
You mean my background?
Yeah, the fish tank.
They are my, they are the only thing I'm loving nowadays.
Yes, I miss my
It's
fish
like
tank.
not like a hobby anymore. It has become like an addiction. No, it has become an addiction. I was like 3 years old when I started keeping fishies, and now I believe I'm an expert. Loads of people don't know it because I don't expose it everywhere in Facebook and things like that. But yeah, I have been doing it for a long time. Yeah. I love animals.
Yes, that's very peaceful.
Thank you.
What would you say are the top 5 skills needed to be a successful entrepreneur?
Uh, the first thing you need is a dream, because without it, there is nothing. If you don't even dream, you don't know what you are going to be doing tomorrow. Your dream makes you devoted towards something. It leads you or lures you towards something. Let's say I never dreamed of being a model, but when I started having the things I thought about, okay, fine. So dream is where everything starts. Then after that, you need to do some homework in order to check whether if you can achieve that dream or not. Homework is a second thing in my opinion, because without it, your every effort will be lost. You cannot just
Yes.
jump into a career, like for example modeling. You go and end up sleeping with somebody and wasting money for something else, and in the end you will be ruined or mocked or abused, and there will be no one knowing you at all. So that's a homework which is required. Then what you need is a dedication. Your dedication, let's say I'm a stubborn person myself, but I believe in one thing. Okay, fine, if it's something is in my nature, instead of finding a lame excuse, oh, I'm stubborn, I can't. No, it's not like that. Use it for yourself. So if you are stubborn, just like me for example, then just believe in that. This stubbornness is your tool. So use it for your dedication. Your homework I talk about. Then you need a focus. When you're dedicated towards something, you make sure your focus is not going anywhere else. If you are looking for being a presenter, for example, you need to work on your communicational skills instead of looking for how beautiful you're. No matter, you could be Miss Universe, the moment you will open your mouth, you are gone. So if you're a presenter, work for the thing which is more important for you. If you're a model, look, more important thing for you is your looks. If you're an actor, your expressions are more important. If you're politicians, your words should be full of lies, just like so many politicians. So you need to understand how to lie. So focus on that specific area. And the fourth thing is no give up. Make sure that you're not returning. There is no U-turn in your life. Time goes always forward. Time never reverts. So you should not be reverting as well. You make a mistake, but does not mean you have to turn back. Take the next step and make sure you learn it from the first mistake and then take the next step. So it will be fine. These 5 things I can recommend.
Yes, your words are really going to help and inspire someone that's considering entering the
I will be
field,
blessed if
because
somebody.
like you said, they don't hear it from everyone. You know, most people just want to jump into a career or jump into modeling because someone told them they're beautiful or they look like a model, and they don't take in consideration, some of the skills needed, or, what's involved in modeling and what they should look out for.
No, because people sometimes when they are trying to get inspiration from anybody, for example, if somebody asks me a question, you need to understand what you're asking and what exactly is the reason why I'm here where I am today. Let's say if I was in a gym and I saw somebody with having good, amazing muscles, and I saw that person eating paracetamol in the gym. As a stupid person or a common public perspective, I will think about that paracetamol is the thing which is keeping him that muscly. No, paracetamol is just something else with him. If I'm the one talking, does not mean that I just learned it with like that by having a juice I'm advertising for, or using a perfume I did my modeling for. It's not like that. It's a
Yes.
dedication from the past. I learned through pain. You can see Michael Jordan missed about 900,500 shots before being Michael Jordan. Arnold Schwarzenegger became Mr. Universe at the age of 16. It's not because 16 or 17. It's not because he was eating some chicken or beef or something, but he was working hard for that. So this is also another thing. When you are trying to even learn from someone, even from my words or anybody, there are plenty of life coaches in the world. Whenever you're trying to learn something from anybody, don't just literally take it. Just focus on it, understand it, and see where they're coming from. Learn the perspective, learn what's inside the communication, not just anything.
Yes, very well said. Because times are changing and we need more than a 9 to 5 job to survive, what type of investment stock tips can you share with our young audience who may be struggling
Well,
financially?
that is like I mentioned earlier. In this era nowadays, the IT is the best tool anybody can have. Our previous generation was not blessed with that. Right now, the world is yours. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine and we discussed that wording as well. There's a big movie maker in Bollywood. His name is Ram Gopal Verma. And he was saying one thing, that if you want to be a filmmaker nowadays, there's no excuse left. You got iPhone 7. You want to record something, record it and show the world what you have. So, so these are the words I would take inspiration from. And I would say it's one of the best line anybody can say. For example, a great personality like him, if he's such a gentlemanly person who just pointed out this out to the people so they can follow, and instead of thinking about finding a lame excuse, whatever they're dreaming of they can work on. So that is the thing. I would say no excuse. Look for yourself. You have the IT, work on yourself, find out what you can do. Let's say I can give you my example. As you remember, I was not based in London before, but 2 years ago I came here and I got settled in here, and I saw a friend of mine doing a business, and I thought maybe I can do that as well. But I knew that this person has 15 years of experience into this business. While compared to him, I am a qualified person. I have a lot of experiences, but not in the area where he's working in. So maybe I became a part of that business instead of investing into it directly. So there is no blind decision you should make in that kind of situation. If you know something is somewhere around you, be a part of it, learn it, and the moment you believe you are ready to take care of it by yourself, go for it. But that's the time. It's all in your hand. Like for example, modeling. Models are nowadays entrepreneurs. Like I mentioned, they are no longer just a model. They become a brand name now. It's like I am working on something. I am working on my own brand as well. This is one of the desires I have. So it's up to you how you take, like you asked for the 5 successful things. I would recommend those things again. It's up to you what you are doing. Just whatever you are doing, do it the best you can. I can only repeat the words of the great legend, may God bless him, Muhammad Ali, the boxer. And he said one thing: if I was not a boxer, maybe I'm a poor person, I would be a cleaner, but I will do my level best to make sure that I become the best cleaner of the world. So be the best in you whatever you are doing, just keep doing it. Your dedication is required. Don't turn back. Stay focused, stay dedicated, and don't find the lame excuse. Don't listen to anything that stops you. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing, and that is your success just ahead.
Exactly. Not quitting. It's like we have to be also an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So entrepreneurship is like, it's no longer the time when people used to think about when this word could be inspiring anybody. Oh, he's an entrepreneur. No. So what if he's an entrepreneur? Everybody's an entrepreneur. Models are entrepreneur now. You are entrepreneur. Your name is in India Wilson, will become a brand someday. I'm Farhan Khan. I become a brand someday. Nowadays, it's not the time when people used to follow agencies and things like that. If you see about, for example, great actors, Tom Cruise, for example, from India, Shah Rukh Khan, or anybody, they have become a name. They have become a brand, which is being sold at the highest rate. But it's not like they came from the skies like that. They are not gods. They are humans like us. They suffered as well.
Exactly.
So did we. So
And I think that's where some people that are entering the industry, fashion or modeling, they are kind of like not aware that these high celebrities and high fashion brands and agencies, they're they're just normal like we are. And they started from the beginning like your average person. They just they were just able to move to a higher
no,
celebrity
like
status
like I,
or income status because they had the
yeah.
right support or the right bloodline or the right backing or, you know,
No, of course, these
education.
parameters are important. Right support is important. Your parents backing you up, still important. Your friends supporting you. See, these things are not the tools. These things are blessings. Some people
Yes.
are blessed with these kind of things. If it comes to your life, you're lucky enough. Use it quickly before it goes anywhere. But if you don't have it, don't use it as an excuse not to have it. That's the thing. I came here to do the PhD. I still haven't done it, but does not mean I've given up. I'm not blessed with the situation to do the PhD. I never was, but now maybe I will. So this is how it happens. You have to just think about that. Okay, and remember, I would say one thing. My dad used once told me that God gives you more than you think. His blessings are bigger than your thoughts. So whatever you think, believe it or not, when you will get it, it will be more than what you were thinking about. Whatever you desire. Maybe you are thinking about being a model, and at some point, maybe God will bless you, reward you in a way that you will be rather running your own agency for the models. Every model will be under you. You possibly won't be a best model, but you will be a father for them. So you never
Yes.
know. It can happen bigger than that. So yeah, when I started these things, I started having so many problems, discrimination, and including racial discrimination and other issues like that. Politics, favoritism, everything I experienced as well. But the only thing I said is, okay, fine. It's not an excuse, because I noticed one thing, that, okay, fine, I have the potential. That is the reason why these photographers have been contacting me. So I need to work on it. They might be trying to get something for them, which is their right. If they are giving me a support, if they are not getting anything from it, that's not the right thing. We both should be benefited. But some people are really there to take advantage. So I kept doing it. That's the only thing I can advise anybody. But yeah, one more thing, important thing is, since you mentioned the entrepreneurship, I would say one thing: modeling is not a career for anybody until it actually becomes a full-time job for you. So those people who are stupidly giving their time to modeling and just thinking about, okay, that's the only thing I can do. Dude, you cannot just do only one thing. You're a human being. I am an entrepreneur as well. I used to be a banker. So it's not like that you have to think about, okay, that's the only thing I can do. Okay, some people are dedicatedly good at one thing, but does not mean there is no other way out. So modeling, let's say if COVID has ruined the world already, there is no modeling happening, no events are happening anywhere, right? Because we have to focus on life first in the first place. In this situation, when you have time left, utilize it. I have my business and I give my time to it. So when you were talking about this interview the other day, I always choose in the weekend. Why? Because on weekend I can focus on this interview, what I'm giving you today. But in that during the week, I won't have time for that. Why? Because I'm focusing somewhere else. That's my business. And make sure you value your time. You need to understand the value of your 1 hour. You need to understand the value of your day. If somebody is offering to you to be a model for a day and you're getting nothing in the end, but on the other hand, if you spend that same day in your office, getting 100 pounds in that day, that office day is more important for you. Yes, money is not the only thing you need, but money is a very key aspect of life as well. You need to
Yes,
learn, you
indeed.
need to live life first. You need to have money in order to spend on your own self first. When you want to be a model, you need the stylist, you need the brands, you need the clothing. Who will give you this money? It will not come from the skies. You need to earn it. So you use your free time. I do modeling only when I believe, okay, fine, I have a day off, I have holidays, I use my time. I don't waste time in pubs and clubs. So if I have a day off, I'm more than happy to do any assignment like that, which is paid, definitely. Otherwise, I'm okay without it. It's fine. You need
Yeah,
to have an understanding that the no is the biggest power. Saying no is also a power. You need to understand when you're saying no because you don't believe in what you're getting is right
and it
for
can
you.
be healing in the right situation.
Exactly. If you believe in one thing, for example, if your face can give you 1,000 pounds, don't sell it for 100 then. If your hour's value is 100 pounds, don't sell it for 10 pounds. Because at the end of the day, those who want to use you, they want to get benefit from it. Your modeling agency can earn 1,000 instead of 1,000 pounds, they can earn 10,000 from you. So why can't they give you the remaining money of it? So it's like that. It's fair enough. It's just very straightforward. So I do these things when I'm free, and if I'm not free, I'm not available. I will only accept any modeling offered in the working days when I believe in one thing, that if I take this day off from my business, I will still be rewarded with the money. If I will be earning more money than usual. So that's the only way. Otherwise, no way. When I'm in the office, I can't accommodate these kind of things. It's my recommendation to anybody. Be professional about it. Don't just take it as a hobby. If you're serious about it, be professional about it.
Yeah, so sounds like time management is like of great importance, and
Very.
being aware of your gifts and talents and not just like scarcely, giving it out so that you can, lack the energy and strength that you need to put towards like your true career or your talents and goals and creativity that's going to make you your best person.
You can have it more than 2 careers, 3 careers you want.
Exactly.
It only depends how you manage the time. I would not call it time management. I would call it time manipulation. You need to be manipulative with the time. It's not about just managing time. You are forgetting the things. Maybe sometime you think about, okay, fine, 1 hour for this thing, 1 hour for this thing. What about the travel? What about the other thing? What about the timing? You need to sleep as well. Everything has a balance. You need to create it, and no one will do it for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, it sounds like you know how to manipulate your time well. And like you said, instead of managing it, you manipulate it where it can support you, with all of the different things. Like I said in the introduction, you're actor, model, influencer, photographer, you know.
Everything has a stage. If you're thinking like, okay, I want to be a model and I need to have a portfolio and I will go to a photographer and pay 1,000 pound and get the photos and think about I'm a model on Facebook. It's not how it works. It is you. Yes, there's no problem investing the money, but when you need to understand everything start from the scratch, when you believe you reach to a level where you need it the most, then spend. I have been in the industry for several years, but now it's the first time ever when COVID started, things were closing down. I realized I need to focus on my social media, the digitization. Then I found the web developers. I contacted them and I asked them to build my website. And I wanted the website to be the e-commerce site or something like that. So my agencies, my other people, they don't have to look for me anywhere. They can simply go on my website and whatever is happening should be there. It will be recorded automatically because it's online. It will be documented automatically. The taxation and everything will be sorted with that. And then I invested and I paid them already. And how did I manage to pay? If you think about, you want to be Tom Cruise and he has a website and you want to have a website like him, having a website will not make you Tom Cruise. But being Tom Cruise will make you famous, will make your website famous as well. So be Tom Cruise first and learn from his story what he did in order to be the Tom Cruise he is today. So when I felt like this is important now, I paid. And where this the money came from? Because I was working to earn money. I was not dying to be a model. I was using my time to earn money elsewhere. So this is this the, your normal job gives you a potential to invest, a propensity to invest. And when you will
Definitely.
be able to invest, if today any agency comes to me and say, oh Farhan, you're ugly, oh Farhan, you're fat, oh Farhan, you're brown, dark, or your hair are not good, or your teeth are not, million reasons they will find to refuse me, and I will simply say, okay, fine, thank you so much, I don't have to be rude, fine, that's fine, goodbye. I have a website and I can promote myself, and anybody who needs me will be with me. That's it.
Exactly. And as we can see today, if you look at the faces in Hollywood, even politically, every face has a variety. And so it's not really, if at the end of the day, it's not really in the looks. Like for myself, because of my height, it's like I was always selected because at in my younger years, I always had long hair. So they're like, oh my goodness, you would make a great hair model. So all the modeling work that I got, was had to do with walking across stage and sitting in chairs and letting the stylist be creative in my hair with the colors and the designs. So, we have to know that, like you said, you have to have more than one talent, more than one career field, you know, because I was also, during the time I was modeling, I was also a soldier. I was a community activist, you know, working heavily in my community, you know, doing a lot of humanitarian work. So you have to be multi-talented in this world, like you said,
Nowadays. Yeah,
nowadays, and not
nowadays.
just focus
Yeah,
like, oh, I
especially
want to be a
nowadays.
model and think that's going to be the end to your, you know, that's going to be the all in all to your success and greatness.
Yeah, especially nowadays, because see, these are the times when people are finding actors from the modeling industry. Because of course, models have the good looks, no doubt. Generally, they are good looking. So many of the people, industry, like producers, directors, they are looking for models. I have some friends who have been working in Game of Thrones from the modeling industry, good close friends of mine. I myself have appeared in some movies just as a guest appearance, I would say, because I never was serious about the acting yet. But so these are the times when you never know when the chance is waiting for you. So you need to work on your everything. It's not about just I'm looking good, so they will take me into the movie, dude. But your looks are good. But by the time you will be in the movie, you have to perform something. You may have to say something, and the moment you will open your mouth and you will make others feel rubbish about you, they will simply kick you out. And that's the thing. You need to have it. You need to have it. And when I'm mentioning the looks many times in this conversation, is because I have noticed the ladies, especially, they are so sensitive about this thing. The moment they get refused, I have seen them crying. I have seen my co-model friends crying tears in public, in corners. Oh my God, this and that. Even one bad picture makes them cry. You need to strengthen yourself. It's not bad look of you. It's just a bad picture of you. It's just a photo. Ignore it. If you don't like it, trash it. Burn it in the fire. Why are you crying? So that's the thing. People are so sensitive about these things. And in order to be a model, the first thing you need to be is stubborn, ready to be refused. And you know it better than me, I think, because you are from the industry. We get refused many times. We possibly get the largest number of refusals. We only get successful selections normally, in majority of the times, when we have a good agent or agency behind us.
Yes.
Otherwise, in general, when you're self-entrepreneur, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's important to believe in yourself and to persevere in, you know, all the dreams and goals that an individual may have. Because, like you said, if you're super sensitive, that no could just like collapse a person's world if they're like, all their attention is on, oh, my looks, my looks, my looks, my looks, my looks, because you can be the most beautiful person in the world and an agency can still reject you, or whatever you're trying to get into
And
can
trust
be.
me, when the yeah, and trust me, agencies not always refuse you for the look. It is sometimes because they are looking something what is not you. It's not like you are bad for them or you are not suitable for this job. They'd never say you are a bad model. It's possibly because their client want, let's say if I go to an agency where there is a casting happening and they're looking for a guy who is 6.5 feet tall and black. So that agency will definitely refuse me because they're not looking for it. So I don't have to take it personal. Maybe they will look for a brown Asian, average height person like me. When that will be the day I will be the best model for them. I will be their first choice because I know it. It's modeling is not about being a model everywhere. You cannot be everywhere. Biggest model names like John Cota Harena, you know, Sean O'Pride, or maybe Jordan Barrett, and even Marlon Texera in the girls, Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid. See, famous faces everywhere. They are so famous. They are earning millions, billions, but they cannot be everywhere. Still, they cannot be everywhere because they have specific areas of them. When you need a rough masculine personality, you will take Marlon Texera for that. Sean O'Pride will never fit on that. And you know it. And when you will look for a suave gentleman, of course it's gonna be John or Sean or somebody else, but not gonna be Marlon. So it's all about where you fit into. And that's what I mentioned earlier, that you need to know yourself first.
Yes.
If you know your looks are rough and tough, more masculine, then you don't have to think about wearing the clothes which are specifically designed for transgender or something like that. You can never fit into that. Those type of people are specifically for that. You are different. You cannot think about Marlon Brando wearing bikini and jumping into a swimming pool. Why would he do it? He's a biggest name, bigger name from all eras. He won't do it. So not everything suits everybody. So it's just all about self-realization. Stop thinking about, oh, I'm gonna lose, they haven't taken me, oh my god, I'm looking ugly, maybe because I'm black. It's nothing like that. These agencies think beyond that. It's all about money for them.
What piece of advice would you give to someone, or words of encouragement, around the globe, just in general?
In general, I would say you need to make sure that, see, like I said, stubbornness is your tool. Use it. You need to be dedicated. That's it. And you need to be educated as well. Without the education, believe it or not, there is no part of the world, no industry where you can succeed. Education is not about that you have to study modeling, but you need to understand what's good and what's bad. As long as you are a civilized person who is qualified enough to understand and plan things, your plan will be a lot better than a person who is literally illiterate. So focus on the education, focus on your dedication, on your goals. Never give up. That's the only advice I can. Anybody who gives up, he does not have any excuse left, because he's the one who gave up. So nobody can stop you up if you really want to do something. It takes time. Some people achieve it early, some people do it later, but it's all about how dedicated you are. There is no U-turn in life. Make sure that.
Very well said. Thank you so much for this interview. You've given some words of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And I know future or upcoming individuals in the fashion or modeling world will take it to heart to know that someone like you cares enough to, share your knowledge and wisdom. And I thank you so much for including our Real Talk with INCODA global audience, in your time and giving us your wisdom today. Thank you.
My pleasure, India. My pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm really feeling honored that your magazine contacted me, and I have previously worked with you and I have recommended you to other people as well. So thank you so much for contacting me again. And anything I believe I can say for my youngsters, which you are offering me a platform for, I will be more than happy to do so. I'm not that model who believes that I am the model. I'm not going to let anybody be the model. So I will be more than happy to promote more people, push more people into the industry. And I would love to see educated people coming to this industry. Some doctors, some lawyers, some others, barristers. I would love to see them. Thank you. Thanks for offering me that.
You're welcome. And to our global audience, this interview will be in written format in our next issue of INCODA Management Magazine. And
I will wait for that.
Yes, thank you again. Thank you for joining Real Talk with INCODA.